Hello friends, welcome to the channel again. Today we will talk about some of the myths that are there in the market. It is very important that we understand that there are myths which needs to be cleared before we move ahead in the market. And these myths are so important that if you do not clear them properly, at the end of the day, it might happen that we might end up doing the wrong things without any reason, right? So let's understand what is market, right? How the market works, right? So think about market as a, you know, when we go to a chart street kind of a place wherein there are different vendors and different market players who are trying to sell different things, right? So market is just like that, where it's just a place where there are lot of sellers and buyers just doing transactions into different securities, right? So it is for us to understand that market is fair for every one of us. Now let's try and understand what are the five myths we are going to talk about and why it is important to clear before we move ahead. So do you think market is favorable only to the big players and not to the small players? That's incorrect. Market is fair to all. Generally, all the big players, if you are talking about, the big names in the market, they are generally not the traders, they are the investors. Now if you ask me what is the difference between a trader and an investor, a trader is a guy who trades in the market on a very frequent basis, right? So you buy sell at a frequency. An investor is a person who is into the market for a long duration, for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years period, right? So this daily fluctuation doesn't matter for them, but these fluctuations matter for the trader. And that's why sometimes we feel that the big players are making money, but we as a small trader, we do not make money. But that's incorrect. Everyone has an impact, and it's just the matter that how you are positioning yourself in the market to be to deal with the ups and downs of the market. The second one, very important. People always think that you make money when the market goes up, right? So when you are going from Nifty is going from 11,000 to 12,000, you make money. However, you don't make money when the Nifty is coming back from 12,000 to 11,000. That's incorrect. If you know the art, you can make money both sides. And generally, the traders make money on both sides. We often hear this, from our elders, or maybe from people who are not aware of how the market works, and they often tell that market is a place where you gamble, right? Either you become uh, from zero to hero, or you kind of lose everything. That's not the thing, right? So market can be treated as a place where you can earn your regular income, just like what you do for your job, right? This is another very important thing that I would like to clear, and I have kind of heard this throughout my life, that whenever there are more buyers, the price goes up, and whenever there are more sellers, the price goes down. And that's how the price of a security, uh, or a share is determined. That's incorrect, guys. Please don't believe on those things. See, always remember, the number of buyer and the number of seller are always equal in the market. If you do not have a buyer, then there will not be a seller. However, right, a transaction to complete, there has to be a buyer and a seller, right? And that's pretty simple logic, right? I mean, I cannot sell something which there is no buyer, or I cannot buy something where there is no seller. So buy number of buyers and sellers are always equal. Now why the price goes up and down is something that I would explain. Now the price goes up because the buyers are willing to pay more for something which is priced in the market, right? So let's assume that I am expecting some share to go up and it is trading at 100 rupees. However, the seller is willing to sell it at, let's assume 100.5. So I am willing to pay 100.5, even I'm willing to pay 101 for that, because I know that the share price will go up to 110, right? So when the buyers are willing to pay more, that is where the next buyer will come and he will pay 101. The third buyer will come and he is willing to pay 100.1.5, right? So like that the price goes up. When the buyers are willing to pay more, the price goes up. When the sellers are willing to sell it for lesser price, so when there is absolutely there is a news that this price of a stock is going to fall, the sellers are going to leave it at the market price whatever they are getting, and that is where the price of a stock goes down, right? However, remember, as I said, the transaction always happens, right? So the number of buyers and number of sellers are always equal. It cannot happen that there is number of sellers are more or number of buyers are less, right? So the price goes up and down because of only one reason. One, the buyers are willing to pay more from the current price, and the sellers are willing to sell at a lesser cost than the trading price, right? The number one myth, I am sure each one of us would have seen some you know headings saying that 100% guaranteed strategy. Guys, let me tell you something very frank and open. I am never going to promise, as I said, I'm never going to promise something which is incorrect, right? Considering that there is nothing called 100% in the whole world. Even if you think about a potato seller, right? He doesn't sell his whole 100% inventory, right? He keeps a break even, and that is where he makes the money. There is, in this whole universe, there is nothing called 100%. If you would have seen um, ads from the hand wash companies, right? That's a typical example, right? They also claim that their hand wash kills 99.99% germs. They don't say that 100% germs can be killed. Why? Because there is nothing called 100%. So forget about it. There is nothing in this whole world which is 100% guaranteed. If there is a strategy which can give 100% guaranteed return, please let me know. I will be one of the guys who will do it. So with this, these are the 5 myths that I wanted to share with you. I hope this will give a little bit of an information for all of us. I am pretty sure that many of you would be knowing about some of these or maybe all of these, right? That's very good. One thing that I would request to put in the comment, which I always like to interact with all of you in a way, that please put your comment in the comment section and tell me which is the myth that you have been still you know had in your mind, uh, or any other myth that you would want to share with me. There are many myths in the market, so you can share anything that you would like to. I would love to hear back from you, and I'll wait for your comments to see, right, what all things that I need to learn, because I am a guy who likes to learn, and I love to say when I don't know something. I love to say that I don't know. With this, I would end my video. Please like if you please like the video if you liked, really like, and you would want to follow me. subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.